Hello po mga kababayan, si Dante Maravillas. So pag-usapan po natin mga kababayan yung live selling, FB live selling ng kasinungalingan ni Alan Peter Cayetano. Kailan ba to? Kahapon, di ba nag-live selling naman si Alan Peter Cayetano? Ang binibenta niya yung kanyang propaganda ng kasinungalingan at sinasabi niya na yung Senate majority, yung bagong Senate majority, ang plano daw is to cover up flood control corruption, kaya inagaw sa kanya yung control sa Senado. Sila daw, ang purpose nila is to uncover the truth, to uncover corruption, at yung new majority is to cover up the flood control corruption. Diyan niya Mr. Maravillas yung masasabi mo. Baliktad po lahat yung kanyang sinasabi. Sila yung malinaw na gustong i-cover up yung flood control corruption. Yun ang malinaw mga kababayan sa takbo ng kwento. Kasi nga po, sa katotohanan po, napakarami sa kanyang mga kasama, majority ng kanyang mga kasama sa dating majority, sangkot. Mga kaalyado niya po. At nagsimula yung matinding korupsyon sa flood control during the previous administration. Nabulgar mismo sa naging investigasyon ng Blue Ribbon Committee na pinapilit na pinagtatakpan mga kababayan ni Jinggoy Estrada. Kasi mismo pala siya sabit. Kaya nga po siya nakakulong ngayon mga kababayan. Naalala ninyo yung sinabi ni Marcoleta, o safe ka na niya. Yun pala, hindi pa safe. O di ba? Kasi mismo doon mga kababayan kaya hindi sila pumirma. Yung kanyang mga kaalyado, hindi sila pumirma doon sa Senate Blue Ribbon Committee report ni Ping Lacson. Sila yung gusto mag-cover up. Mga kaalyado niya, mga kababayan kasi, karamihan involved. Malinaw po sa timeline, 2016, panahon ni Digong, massive yung korupsyon sa flood control. At si Diskaya doon po pumaldo sa mismo mga kababayan na pagtatanong ni Bato de la Rosa. Ito, i-replay ko po sa inyo. Oh. To remind Cayetano. Yan o.
Flood control projects, kailan kayo nag-engage ng flood control projects sa DPWH?
Siguro mga 2016 onwards.
Please make sure of your answer.
Yes po, 2016 onwards po.
2016 onwards.
Yes po.
2016 onwards. May follow-up.
Munti ka nang malulon ni Bato de la Rosa yung dila niya.
Flood control projects, kailan kayo nag-engage ng flood control projects sa DPWH?
Siguro mga 2016 onwards.
Please make sure of your answer.
Yes po, 2016 onwards po.
2016 onwards.
Yes po.
2016 onwards. May follow-up.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Alright.
Paano gusto mag-cover up ng new majority na ang karamihan mga kababayan sa mga sangkot na mga senador, mga kasama niya? O di ba? Si Chis Escudero lumipat sa new majority, pati si Joel Villanueva kasama sa sangkot. Dati niyang kaalyado. Ayan timeline of power projects controversy. Flood control trail mga kababayan. 2016. Duterte era opens the gate. Flood control becomes a major focus. Then, in 2016 onwards, nagsimula ang mga projects ng Diskaya. Diskaya projects begin. Rise of flood control works under the Duterte years. In fact, in-expose mga kababayan ng dating budget secretary, dating House Majority Leader Camarines Sur, Congressman Rolando Andaya, corruption in flood control projects. In 2019, Camarines Sur, Representative and former House Majority Leader Rolando Andaya flagged flood control insertions corruption as DPWH lack master plan. Kaya malabo itong sinasabi mga kababayan ni Alan Peter Cayetano na yung new majority is out to cover up the flood control corruption. Cayetano pinalalabas na gustong pigilan ng grupo ni Gatchalian ang investigasyon sa flood control. Walang ganun po, mga kababayan. Ito mismo yung sabi ni bagong Senate President Win Gatchalian. Flood control probe may continue if new witnesses evidence emerge. The Senate probe into alleged irregularities, sabi niya sa press con kahapon, in government flood control projects may continue if new evidence and witnesses surface, but stress that affidavits must first be submitted in advance. Sabi po niya. Gatchalian pointed out that since the former Blue Ribbon Committee chairperson Senator Ping Lacson has only submitted a partial report, the investigation may still continue. That depends on niya. It can still proceed if new evidence and new witnesses emerge, because if we recall, the report submitted by Senator Ping Lacson was only a partial report. So it can still continue, sabi po ni Gatchalian. What we do not want is for the committee to be used merely for accusations. It is easy to accuse, but what is important is evidence and testimony. So yun ang posisyon ng new leadership mga kababayan. Walang intensyon na i-cover up. Ang may intensyon po, sila. Kasi karamihan sa mga sangkot na mga senador po, kalyado nila. Yung isa nga po nakulong na. Kaya mali itong mga sinasabi ni Alan Peter Cayetano. At ang karamihan dito, mga kababayan, na incidents ng flood control corruption nangyari sa previous administration, kung saan yung administrasyon kaalyado niya. At never na nagpa-imbestiga si Digong. Ayan Andaya flags massive issue, exposes billions in alleged irregularities. In 2018 to 2019, in-expose niya ito. In 2019, Pangandaman appears in budget trail, confirms reform attempts in budget processes. 2019 to 2020, no fall, only more power, no top-level accountability na nangyari. Walang nanagot mga kababayan. Kaya tama itong post ng Insurers for Good Governance. Basahin ko po sa inyo. Sabi dito sa post ng Insurers for Good Governance, the paper trail of flood control corruption does not begin today. If anything, it points back to 2016 when flood control spending expanded dramatically under the Duterte administration as infrastructure became a centerpiece of government policy. Billions were appropriated, contracts multiplied, and questions about how public funds were being spent grew just as rapidly. So sabi dito mga kababayan, by 2018 and 2019, former House Majority Leader Rolando Andaya Jr. publicly exposed what he described as a 332 billion flood control anomaly. The controversy implicated allocations worth hundreds of billions of pesos and raised questions about a disputed 75 billion DPWH budget insertions process. The officials involved denied wrongdoing. But the larger issue, sabi po niya, was never fully resolved. How could such massive expenditures continue to attract allegations of irregularity while accountability remained elusive? Notably, the careers of key officials survived the controversy and in some cases advanced further within the government. Sabi dito sa kanyang post, the most damning fact came from Rodrigo Duterte himself. In 2020 anya, he openly acknowledged widespread corruption within DPWH. Yet, acknowledgement is not accountability. Despite the admission, no sweeping institutional reckoning followed before the end of his presidency. Hindi man po siya nagpaimbestiga, pero in-acknowledge niya massive yung korupsyon sa DPWH, sa flood control. Inamin mismo niya sa isang interview na dyan massive yung nakawan sa flood control through mga ghost projects, pero nagpaimbestiga siya, hindi. Huwag kami Alan Peter Cayetano. Mismong si Diskaya, inamin niya, pumaldo siya from 2016. Yan ang sabi ni Jinggoy doon sa investigation ng Blue Ribbon, gusto niyang simulan yung investigasyon 2022. Kaya sabi ko mga kababayan sa inyo, yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, nagtanong siya sa SONA, bakit anya tayo umabot sa ganito? Kasi from 2016, tuloy-tuloy kasi nakaugalian na hanggang sa kanyang administrasyon. Kaya siya nito nagpaimbestiga, binabaliktad nila mga kababayan. Huwag tayong maniniwala sa kanilang propaganda. Ang totoong cover-up nangyari sa previous administration. Uncovering ng corruption, massive corruption sa DPWH, sa flood control, nangyari ngayon. Kasi gusto itong tuldukan ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Anong ginagawa nila? Ginugulo nila yung investigasyon ng Blue Ribbon Committee. Kaya inagaw nila kay Ping Lacson yung committee. Nag-change leadership sa Senado purposely para agawin yung flood control investigation. Yung Blue Ribbon, agawin nila sa totoong nag-iimbestiga. Buti na lang nakabalik mga kababayan ngayon. At least kung hindi man chairman, vice chairman pa rin si Ping Lacson. Ang chairman, si Erwin Tulfo. Kaya huwag kayong nakikinig dito sa mga live-selling propaganda. Mga kababayan, ni Alan Peter Cayetano, kasi si Alan Peter Cayetano, puro baliktad ang kanyang sinasabi. Inaakusa niya ang ating administrasyon for cover-up. Inaakusa niya yung new majority for cover-up. Sila daw ang totoo na nag-iimbestiga. Baliktad po. Yung kanilang mga witnesses, puro kwentong kutsero ang mga pinagsasabi kung sino-sino na lang mga kababayan ang isinasabit. Pag naging kaalyado na nila, hindi nasabit. Pag umalis sa kanilang alyansa, sabit na uli. Yun ang ginawa ng kanilang bogus investigation mga kababayan. Di ba? Napakalinaw yun. Tapos sasabihin ni Alan Peter Cayetano na yung Senate majority ngayon ay out to cover up the flood control investigation. Paano cover up? Ang kino-cover up po dito, yung mga sabit na totoo. Malinaw po yung mga mga expose. Yung sabi dito po, history records another uncomfortable fact. Rolando Andaya Jr., the public official most closely associated with exposing the alleged flood control anomaly, was found dead in June 2022, shortly after the Duterte administration ended. Authorities ruled the case as an apparent suicide and the family requested privacy. Those facts should be respected, yet the larger truth remains. Corruption scandals come and go. Investigations fade. And too often, the individuals who raise difficult questions are remembered more vividly than the institutions that fail to answer them. Sabi dito sa post ng Insurers for Good Governance, mga kababayan. Sabi dito, the central issue niya is not personalities, it is accountability. Billions have been spent on flood control for years, yet communities continue to flood. Public suspicions persist and many of the most important questions remain unanswered. That is the real scandal. Not merely where the money went, but why the public is still waiting for a credible accounting of it. Correct. Walang seryoso na investigasyon laban sa corruption during the previous administration. In fact, ito yung laman ng balita, no? Yan, no? Inquiry report. February 2021, 25, 2021, Duterte admits eradicating corruption impossible. Yan, no? Pakinggan natin.
So I promised the nation, said I would dedicate the last remaining months of my stay in the office of the president, going after corrupt people, so that by the time na maminus-minus na, do not expect me to entirely clean as a pristine, clean bureaucracy. That is impossible and cannot really be achievable.
Sino ang seryoso na lumalaban sa korupsyon? Yung ating presidente, Marcos administration po. Kasi nga po, ang mga sangkot, mismong mga kalyado niya. O di ba po? Kaya puro baliktad yung kanilang pinagsasabi mga kababayan. No, ito, inquiry report. Kailan to mga kababayan? November 21, 2018, sabi diyan. No pork insertions but fund request by Duterte cabinet, sabi ni Congressman Andaya. Sabi dito sa naging report ng inquiry noon, a number of very unusual belated requests by President Duterte and certain cabinet members, not pork insertions by members of the House of Representatives, held up the passage of the proposed 3.7 trillion budget for 2019, sabi po ni Andaya. At a news briefing, Andaya dismissed the claim of Senator Ping Lacson that the approval of next year's expenditure program was stalled by last-minute insertions of funds by the House members for their pet projects. Malinaw, mismo si Digong ang nag-request ng pondo, walang pork insertion. So ito, report noong September 2, 2025. Ghost flood control projects not new. COA gave warnings as early as 2017. Sabi po ni Joel Chua. Yan Chua, in his opening statement at the House of Representatives Infrastructure Committee hearing, said that COA has released reports from 2017 to 2020, noting that there are different flood control projects that are either delayed, defective, or totally unimplemented. Ghost project. Sabi niya, warnings started to come out as early as 2017. The reports from the Commission on Audit from 2017 up to 2020 stated thousands of projects that are either delayed, defective, or totally hindi in-implement, which amount to hundreds of billions of pesos, sabi ni Chua. Mismo ang nagsabi, ang records mismo ng COA ang nagpapakita. O, nag-gets na ninyo kung saan ang galing yung massive corruption. Kaya nagkakagulo sila sa investigasyon. Binabaliktad nila lahat yung kwento. At sinasabi ngayon ni Alan Peter Cayetano, the new majority gusto mag-cover up. Kayo yon, yung dating majority. Ang gustong mag-cover up kasi ang massive corruption sa flood control nangyari previous administration. Yan na napakalinaw po. Kahit si Diskaya, inamin niya mismo. Pumaldo siya 2016. Munti ka nang malulo ni Bato de la Rosa yung dila niya. Hindi na nagporso ng question niya kasi na-booking na panahon ng kanyang Tatay Digong, massive yung corruption sa flood control. So ang pag-amin mga kababayan ni Digong noon mismo sa isang interview, inamin niya yung massive corruption nangyayari. Pero walang kulong, walang nangyari, walang investigasyon tulad ng ginagawa ngayon. Hindi siya liderato kundi proteksyon sa mga sangkot na kriminal. Hindi po kayang burahin ng mga tapang-tapangan na mga pronouncement, tapang-tapangan na propaganda nasa ilalim po ng previous administration ni Digong. Nangyari yung 332 billion flood control scam na binulgar ni Andaya noon. Ang budget, mga kababayan, ay naparealisa yung whistleblower na matay at ang mga alipores na natili pong malaya. At tuloy-tuloy yung korupsyon na kinasangkutan. Magpasalamat na lang tayo. Ngayon mga kababayan, unti-unti nang tinutuldukan ng Marcos administration. Ito, pakinggan ninyo yung expose at report ng mainstream media. Expose ni Andaya.
Sa ating kaso ngayon, palabas ng City Leonso ang nanalo sa project pero ang totoong may-ari ng proyekto ay ang RMR.
Andaya estimates around 10 billion pesos in government projects went to Arimar in 2018. He presented a deposit slip showing a payment of
2018.
11.4 million pesos, supposedly by a winning bidder to Arimar. The committee will seek the assistance of the Anti-Money Laundering Council to look into the bank transactions of Arimar Construction and City Leoncio Construction. Also during the hearing, Andaya questioned the 14.5 billion pesos worth of flood control projects Diokno supposedly inserted in the proposed 2019 budget. He claims that DBM allocated bulk of the funds to areas that are not flood prone.
May ilang contractors din na umamin. Ibinulugar nila ang flood control scam na nangyayari ngayon. Sa mga flood control projects daw, inilalagay ang part funds. Dahil daw walang master plan ang DPWH.
Though invited, Diokno was a no-show at the hearing. ABS-CBN is still trying to get his side. He previously denied having a hand in the implementation of government projects and also denied using his influence to help corner contracts for the province where his in-laws are elected officials.
Moro-moro lang daw ang nangyayari sa bidding. Sa ating kaso ngayon, palabas ng City Leonso ang nanalo sa project pero ang totoong may-ari ng proyekto ay ang RMR.
Andaya estimates around 10 billion pesos in government projects went to Arimar in 2018.
Kita ninyo mga kababayan? Kaya malabo itong claim ni Alan Peter Cayetano sa kanyang pinaka-latest na live selling. Kino-cover up daw. Yung previous administration na maraming cover up. Tama pa? Sa mga naghanap ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. We also offer Grab Car Rental with our brand new 2023 model ng Toyota Innova. We also accept booking for those who are planning to travel via PAL, Cebu Pacific, and other airline companies, local and international, and bills payment for Meralco Bills, PLDT, Aleco Bills, etc. Ang Colossal Fitness Gym is located at 3rd floor Security Bank Building, Landco Business Park, Legazpi City, Albay. For inquiries, look for Chilon Maravillas. Contact number 0966-802-0949. Yan yung aming Innova. Lagi na pong matao sa amin. Pati mga foreigners po, tingnan ninyo. Mga British tourists sila. Ang lalaki ng katawan na, mga kababayan, nag-gym sa amin. Ito naman po, Indian National. Ito mga mga European sila. Ito naman yung bago naming product na binibenta online, iGlow Serum. Whitening po siya galing sa South Korea. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect entrepreneur, Riz Maravillas. For inquiries, look for Riz Maravillas on FB. Ito naman po, Fermax Firming and Lifting Cream, pinapahid sa mga pulses in other affected area. Mainam po ito sa mga pains at paninigas ng mga kaso-kasuan. Ito po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application. Anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Ito naman po yung bagong product naming binibenta online. I am Worldwide Amazing Pure Organic Barley Powdered Drink Mix from Australia. Mainam po ito sa mga cancer patients tulad nitong si Yoli Tan, isang ovarian cancer survivor. Sabi niya, barley did not just save my life, it gave me a new life. In 2019, Yoli faced the fight of her life. Through surgery and harsh chemotherapy, I am Worldwide Amazing Pure Organic Barley became her source of strength. It boosted her immune system when she needed it most and gave her the energy to keep going. 100% organic siya, immune system booster, trusted by survivors. For your inquiries and orders, dumiretso na lang kayo sa aking anak na architect entrepreneur Riz Maravillas. Sa mga mahilig naman po sa mga imported bags and wallets, dumiretso na lang kayo sa aking anak na architect. Sa mga mahilig po sa mga imported bags and wallets, dumiretso na lang kayo kay Ma'am Eileen Rosales sa Eileen Closet. Naka-base po siya sa Amerika. Yan yung kanyang live selling. Every Sunday, 7 o'clock in the evening, pwede kayong mag-order sa kanya directly.